Well, clarity has emerged about Suresh Kalmadi and the Olympics. The High Court, the Delhi High Court, has denied permission to the former Commonwealth Games Organising Committee chairman to attend the Olympics opening ceremony. The sacked CWG Organising Committee chief Suresh Kalmadi has been ordered not to leave the country till the 27th of July. While giving the order against Suresh Kalmadi, the High Court said it can't remain a passive spectator. Siddharth Pandey now joins us for more on that. Siddharth, he can't attend in any official capacity, he can't go for the opening ceremony. What else did the court say?
Well, in fact, a pretty balanced order is what many would say. Joining me now is Rahul Mehra, the petitioner in this case. A balanced order, but yet Mr. Kalmadi can't go for the opening ceremony. The court saying that he's too linked with the Indian Olympic Association. So obviously a victory for you.
Well, I don't see these as personal victories or defeats. It's about, even if the order wouldn't have been what it is, I would have continued what I do. The only aspect of this is that it just reinforces the faith of an individual and as a society, as a nation, in our thriving judiciary. Everybody expressed that we are almost helpless and nobody can do anything to stop these people. Many would debate actually as to the contributions made by Mr. Kalmadi over the last 20 years in sports. One is not disputing the fact. One is only saying that, look here, you've done your bit. Now also respect the sentiment of a nation. And heavens wouldn't have fallen if this decision would have been taken and good sense would have prevailed on its own. So in that very sense, a great moment for sport lovers, for the nation as a whole. And it's a victory in the sense that, it's a victory of democracy. It's a victory of believing in the judicial system. It's a victory of the systemic issues that one can raise. It's also a landmark and a historic judgment in its own way.
High Court, of course, says that it's trying to balance his own rights as an individual. It says that Mr. Kalmadi can go as an individual. However, you cannot go for the opening ceremony. After that, it's up to you. The court has also come up with several restrictions. If you can just highlight them briefly.
Yes, there are about 5 conditions imposed on Mr. Kalmadi. Number one, that he can't leave India before the 27th. He had a ticket for 26th, pursuant to the trial court order, which had allowed him to attend 26th onwards. So he can't leave India before 27th. He can't be seen or participating in the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games. He's also been asked not to attend in any official capacity whatsoever in any of the Olympic Games or its events during the entire tenure. And 2 very important things that the court has said and directed are that the copy of the order should be placed before the International Olympic Committee, which holds the Olympic Games, within the next 24 hours. And the IOC must immediately send it to the International Athletic Federation, who has invited Mr. Kalmadi to attend those meetings as a council member to relook and see as to whether, in view of the judgment or the orders passed by the court, would they still be inclined to call Mr. Kalmadi as a council member? If yes, go ahead. If not, then reconsider.
Rahul, very briefly, 27th, of course, is that ceremony. He's got till tomorrow to actually move an application before the Supreme Court. Do you think Mr. Kalmadi is going to do that? And what do you have to say about that?
That's the beauty of our judicial system, that we have checks and balances in place, and that's what thrives. It's a thriving democracy, it's a thriving judicial system. Sometimes I too get cynical about my own judicial system and my democracy, but these are moments to celebrate. These are moments to say that, there is a thriving democracy happening. Now, Mr. Kalmadi has a choice as an individual. He has a right, surely, to go to and go against this, challenge this order in the Honorable Supreme Court. Nobody can take away that right. And I, for one, will never allow anybody. We can agree to disagree on this. But I would just make a request through your channels, through your medium, if Mr. Kalmadi is hearing us, please respect the sentiment of the court, respect the sentiment of a billion-plus population. Please go whenever else you want to go. Please don't go right now. That's my request to Mr. Kalmadi at a personal level also. I don't know him. I have no malice against him. I have no personal battles to fight. I'm only against a system which has become rotten, and I'm only trying to make sure that the system can get lubricated and we can have a sporting India. We can have an India where we say that we get maximum medals in Olympics. We are a sporting nation, and we want to change that.
Thank you. Well, as you heard it there, that's what Rahul has to say. But of course, a massive and a big judgment by the High Court. The High Court also said that this is a balanced judgment which is looked into the individual rights of Mr. Kalmadi, but also the fact that Mr. Kalmadi for such a long time has been linked with the Olympics. He should not attend the opening ceremony. So that's the order from the High Court, a pretty massive order banning Mr. Kalmadi, the once chief of Indian Olympics, from attending the opening ceremony in London.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.